Food Diversity in Downtown Miami. William Hovey Smith, 2018. I'm the author of Backyard Deer Hunting and a Wild Game Cook. And I also have a new business book, Create Your Own Job Security, that I was exhibiting at the Miami Book Fair. And whilst there, I had a chance to sample some interesting local eats. The first place I tried was Havana, which was across the street and down a little bit from the Eurostar Hotel where I was staying. Now here I had an interesting seasoned beef in a fried plantain bowl and topped it off with some flan and Cuban coffee, which is strong but not as strong as some European dishes. At the corner there was a little shop, and there they had smoothies, and they also had these. This is an empanada, which might be filled with a ground seasoned beef, as this one is, ham and cheese, or even a spinach and cheese. And this is about, say 7 inches long. Sort of looks like a fried apple pie, and in fact it is fried, although these may also be had baked. And this is a hand-eat quick breakfast food of Miami, at least one of the preferred ones. And here, now that I've sliced it, you can see the ground beef filling. There's not much else in there. Maybe a little onion powder or some such, but actually no vegetables as we saw in the pasty. The next restaurant that I tried was Meraki, and it is a Greek restaurant and located actually next door to Havana, and I'm going to try a Brazilian restaurant that's next door to that. So all of these are very close indeed. This is a wine we will have with our Greek meal in Miami. The Greeks have had a surprisingly large presence in Florida, and particularly in the Florida Keys. They were sponge divers and fishermen. So it's not unusual that you find Greek restaurants, like are here in Miami. The wines from Santorini have been prized for millennia. This is a dry white, and we're going to enjoy it with fish. And here we have our fish after it has been deftly deboned with a pair of spoons. Well, I would have preferred to have used a knife, but nonetheless, spoons work very well. And so we have the head on our plate and the accessory dishes behind. And now we're going to proceed to enjoy our meal. I'm going to try a little bit of the fish with some chopped greens on it, as well as with the sauce, which is a lemon with olive oil. The rice material on the plate is actually not rice, but it's a pasta, as I was just informed, and it's cooked with onions, spinach, and artichoke, which gives it a really interesting flavor. The potato wedges have some parsley, salt, and butter on them, but the whole impact is a really excellent meal. It tastes a little bit unusual, but it's altogether good. And here we go with a not so tremendously sweet dessert with yogurt, fruit, and nuts. And here in the parking lot, now a food court, various people are setting up this morning in order to offer some interesting eats to those attending the food fair. Now Guaca-Go there is a very interesting operation where guacamole bowls are made to order. Then we have barbecue, some food from Colombia, and on up the row, one of the most popular places is actually a Thai cafe. We show some very interesting things with chicken wings. One of the more popular things here are turkey legs. And here they're being smoked over oak fire on a rotisserie. And these are huge turkeys. My turkeys don't get that big. And here we have some plantains We have some pork on a stick, rice, beans, plantains with cheese, empanadas, and what he is turning there on the grill is corn with mozzarella, and then beef on a stick. The ackee is a South American fruit that is sold in frozen packets as a puree, and then this is used in a blender to make a bowl and garnished with coconut and other things. Then it's topped with a variety of fruits, and you can see the results here. And this is a guave bowl from a South American fruit that's shipped in pre-packaged puree and then made up like an ice cream and served with tropical fruits, strawberries and blueberries. My last meal in town was at the Brazil Steakhouse, and it is spelled with an S in Portuguese, by the way. And there they have a buffet for about $22 or some such, and a very large salad bar and a hot bar, plus they bring various meats to you on skewers, and they carve them at the table. So we had lamb, we had beef, they had chicken hearts, they had some chicken itself, little drumsticks, and so they bring out a variety of things for as long as you can eat it. So if you want a variety of food and a lot of it, wow. Now that is an amazing value. And here the meat is cut actually at the table. And the guy comes around with different cuts of meat, and you carve off what you want and you put it on your plate with a pair of tongs. And it's served with some French fries here, and also bread and fried plantains. My newest book, Create Your Own Job Security, Plan to Start Your Own Business at Midlife, advocates that a person start actually a whole series of businesses. And it may begin as early as high school. Start a small business, get used to being an entrepreneur, and so on. Then, when you go to college, along with your major, take some business courses, and actually think about and start your business. That is, get a name for it, get it registered with the Secretary of State, get your business license, and so on and so on. And through the years, work it on a very small scale. In the meantime, you go to work for industry or wherever, and you get your health insurance and whatever benefits are available. But you keep your own little business running quietly in the background. Then, when you're in your 40s or so, and suddenly the guy comes around and says, "We don't need you no more," well, guess what? You've already got your business going. And all you have to do is give it an infusion of cash and roar off the golden highway to success. Within the 4-block or so area around the Eurostar that I traversed, there were no small number of ethnic eateries. The 3 that I sampled were right next to each other. And on up the street towards where the book fair and the college were located, there were 2 additional Indian restaurants, as well as others I just didn't have a chance to try. So if you're in downtown Miami, by all means get away from the hotel and go out and try some of these places. They were interesting, good, and relatively inexpensive for a midtown major metropolitan restaurant. For more information about my books, blogs, and more than 700 videos, you can go to www.hoviesmith.com. For more information about my business books, you can go to createyourownjobsecurity.com. Good hunting and good eating from the outdoors. Goodbye, and God bless.